Hey everybody, I'm Dr. James. This is Dr. Brandon. As you know, we are My Performance Docs, and in this video, we've got an upper body workout for you that's 15 minutes long. We're gonna start with a nice 3-minute warm-up. We're gonna go into 10 minutes of strengthening and movement type stuff. Then we're gonna do a cool down. We'll get right after it. Dr. Brandon's gonna start it off for us with a warm-up. And we get out of the way of this big arm span he's got. We're gonna do 60 seconds of arm circles. Now in the past, as you all know, we've done clockwise, we've done counterclockwise or forward, backwards, however you want to slice it up. For the purpose of this, since we're going 60 seconds, our recommendation to you is go one way. If you get tired, go the other way, but we're doing it for 60 seconds, okay? And the purpose of this, as is suggested in the name of a warm-up, just kind of get the blood flowing, get things moving, warmed up. So yeah, Brandon, you starting to feel a little warm? It's a little chilly out here.
Yeah, I had my hands in my pockets to start the video, so yeah, I was a little bit chilly. I swapped directions halfway, I think just years of playing baseball and now coaching some softball for my daughter. Yeah, I made them swap directions, so I couldn't help it. It's ingrained in me.
There we go. Old habits die hard. We're about to go into something called a washing machine. I want you to think about the spin cycle on a wash, just kind of spinning. Now, Brandon, he spends time doing rotational things. As mentioned, he's got history playing baseball, he's softball coaching. We're active in the clinic every day. We're showing these movements to patients. At home, if you don't do a lot of rotation, I'd like you to start really gentle into this motion and then kind of warm up and ease into it. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that twisting is not something our backs are designed to do. They absolutely are. But when we're starting new movements, we want to just proceed a little bit slower and kind of warm up into it. And we got about 15 more seconds on this one right here. Brandon, you're looking good, bud. You're doing good. How you feeling from a, how's your heart rate standpoint?
Heart rate's fine. Yeah, I feel my shoulders a little bit.
Okay. On that heart rate, we're about to kick things up a little bit. We're done with this. We're gonna do a toes to an overhead reach. So touch your toes, reach overhead. We debated doing a jumping jack on this one, and we decided that this is probably better right now, but very near, stay tuned. You may see jumping jacks in future videos, so get ready for that. With this one, if you can't touch your toes, touch your knees, touch your shins. These things are all totally modifiable at your leisure, okay? Halfway through this one. How you feeling, buddy?
Good. Hey, just want to point something out there on the washing machine movement we did. Careful there where you're looking and how much your head's turning. Don't get dizzy there.
That's a good point. And if you notice dizziness when you're doing these things, contact your local physical therapist. They're great at working on dizziness, balance, mobility. So talk to somebody about that. Don't just live with it. All right, we're about to go now into what we think was going to be a good movement for y'all. We're going to go a plank. So kind of holding plank position to a push-up. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that. Starting, we're going to start from flat. Brandon's going to come up onto his hands, elbows straight, then coming down onto the elbows and then going flat again. All right, pause for a second here, flat. Okay, go to your next movement. He's coming up, boom, and then back down, elbows. Good. So flat, coming up onto the hands, boom, going down to the elbows, and then flat again. Good. So there we go. Breaking it down, working on our way to getting y'all to doing push-ups at home at some point. There's no hurry. We got 9 seconds. 5 to go. Brandon, how you feeling with this?
Good.
All right, buddy, get ready to turn over now. We're gonna go into a chest press. So we've been doing water bottles at home. We encourage y'all to get you some light dumbbells, okay? Light dumbbell. Water bottles weigh a pound, so keep that in mind. Maybe a 5 pound dumbbell would be appropriate. But we're just gonna do a chest press here for 60 seconds. Move out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom. Brandon's got 10s. All right, so I mean that's something considered. I mean, that's pretty light for him. But we're moving for 60 seconds. So at home, you know, Don't feel bad about sticking with the water bottles. Definitely don't feel bad getting you some 3 pounds, some 5 pounds. You know, you can find those things at Walmart, Target, Amazon, some other places. Five Below, if you have that where you are, sometimes they have dumbbells. But we got 4 more seconds here, and then we're gonna go into a move called a skull crusher. All right, hit it. Skull crusher's here. So he's gonna trade one dumbbell, trade one dumbbell and hold in both hands, coming back with the elbows straight up. Now this move, a skull crusher, it gets its name from the fact that your arms can get tired and that weight could come down a little bit faster towards your forehead. So let's don't go proving the name today in our homes. Let's take it slow, take it easy. All right. Now with the combination that we've gone through here, going from the plank push-up to then the chest press to now the skull crusher, every move we've done has been hitting the backs of the arms. The previous 2 were chest as well, but the backs of the arms might start be feeling a little bit warm, a little bit spicy, a little bit fatigued. You got 5 seconds here. How you feeling?
Yeah, triceps are toasty.
All right, we're about to come up onto a knee, and from this position, we're gonna do one half kneeling, and then a diagonal lift. So Brandon's got one knee forward, 1 foot forward, and he's resting on the other knee, okay? With the knee he's resting on, he's starting towards his pocket on that side, and he's coming up across his body to the shoulder, corresponding with the same as the forward leg, okay? And in that way, he's doing a nice little arc or a diagonal pattern there. Where do you feel like you're feeling this work, bud?
I still feel my triceps. I'm burning a lot on that last one.
Yeah. So triceps, backs of the arms. This workout will be targeting them, as well as the chest. We got a little shoulders. This is a pushing focused upper body workout. We're gonna be pushing it real good. All right, 2 seconds, and we're gonna switch legs and switch directions of that diagonal. At home, if having your knee down on the floor is problematic, grab a pillow, grab a couch cushion, put something under your knee. Yeah, let's modify. Let's make it comfortable. Let's not make it bad.
I'm sure glad I grabbed these 10s. Dr. James tried to get me to grab some 55s.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill me.
He's strong. I mean, I was like, you think, 10s?
Gotta stand up for myself there.
That's right. That's important to do. Always advocate for yourselves, right? We got 15 seconds to go. You're doing great. Oh, me. Yeah, if I was doing this one, I'd probably be hanging out with some 3s, maybe some 5s. I don't know. 5 seconds to go. All right, that's all for that one. So now we're gonna come to standing. We're gonna have both dumbbells again, and we're gonna do an overhead press. So starting with elbows bent, weights at the shoulders, reaching up, and we're gonna do this for 60 seconds. So take your time with this. Don't get in a huge hurry. We've got a whole 60 seconds of this movement. That's a lot of time. That's a functional amount of time though. That's not so much, hey, let me lift this super heavy weight 5 to 6 times. That's more preparing for, hey, maybe I'm working on a ceiling fan or changing a light bulb overhead, and I need to have some strength in my shoulders and arms for doing things for a prolonged amount of time. So take your time doing this. As we've mentioned at previous workout videos, if ever you need to take a break, let the video roll, let us keep moving. You take a little breather, jump back in when you're ready. And if any of these seems like the intensity is getting too much, we're coming up on a switch here. All right, we're gonna go to a kickback. So Dr. Brandon and I talked before the video, and he pointed out, and I agree, that this is probably gonna be the most challenging portion with the dumbbells he's selected, and it will probably be true for you as well. So if you have a lighter pair and you feel like you need to change, that's fine too. But we're gonna do this kickback, tricep kickback for 60 seconds. But what I was saying earlier is, if you feel like the intensity of the exercises of the workouts has gone a little bit too fast for you, jump back to the previous week or even jump back 2 weeks hit those again before you get back in with the workouts that you thought were too intense. All right. So coming up on 10 seconds left here. So we're coming close to a switch. At home, you're doing great. Keep after it. Keep after it. 2, 1, and switch. Very good. So this exercise, the tricep kickback, it's true that because of the direction of gravity, that the tricep is not loaded throughout the whole movement. However, you've got an isometric hold of the shoulder in this position, which means we're getting a little bit of latissimus dorsi work holding that shoulder back. We're getting a little bit too of isometric contraction because the tricep is a shoulder extensor working there as well. We're getting a little bit of core activation because of the bent position. So I've heard some people disparage the tricep kickback as purely a tricep exercise, and there are better ones out there. However, if we're trying to be efficient and work more than one thing at a time, there's nothing wrong with the tricep kickback. We've got 10 seconds left. And 5. Okay, y'all, done with that. Now we're gonna go into a front raise. So we're gonna take our one dumbbell, hold on either side, and just basically present it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely feel like my shoulders and triceps a good bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
this is a tough one. Yeah, so this was a tough one. As you all know, you're following with us at home. This is our first 15-minute video, so we've increased the time there by 50% compared to what you were doing. So I can't overstate enough how proud I am of everybody at home watching, staying with us, keeping after it, especially if you were going kind of like couch to now working. That's awesome. I got 15 seconds here. Stay after it. Remember, take breaks if you need. You need a break?
I'm close.
He's close. I don't know if that's allowed. That was a rhetorical question. That wasn't a real offer. You got 2 seconds. All right, we're going into something called a halo. This is the last weighted movement of this series. So what we're gonna do, Dr. Brandon's starting with a weight in front, and he's just kind of creating a halo shape around himself as he goes, okay? There we go, buddy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point out the 30-second switch, and let's switch there halfway. We'll change directions up. We're coming up on that in 5 seconds. And yep, perfect. So yeah, finishing off with some halos. That'll really cap off the shoulder portion of this this workout. You're probably feeling a moderate to even maybe high level of fatigue, or intensity in the shoulders. 5 to go. You're doing great. We're coming up on the cool down. Okay, perfect. So cool down. You know them, you love them. They're chain breakers. So we're gonna go bringing arms across, one arm over the other, and then out back. I like to switch personally when I do them. It looks like Dr. Brandon's doing the same here, alternating which arm's on top. Is it a deal breaker if you're not? No, it's not. It's still a chain breaker. So we just like to keep things, swapping.
Keep it even.
Keep it even. Even Stevens. Halfway there.
Definitely if you found some of the other workouts challenging, just moving body weight or moving the water bottles, definitely start off a little lighter for sure. Start off with a pound, maybe 2, maybe 3. Like Dr. James said, if you need to take breaks in there. I definitely got a pretty good burn going. I'd say a lot of our workouts that we do on our own, we probably use some heavier weights, but we're not moving 60 seconds worth typically. Usually lower volume there, so these definitely feel a little bit different.
Switch to the reaches. Yeah, and as mentioned, if you've been using water bottles, those are 1 pound, so scale that accordingly, depending on how difficult 1 pound has felt for different things. As we come up onto the end of this one, I'm gonna ask that you leave us a comment about the intensity of the workouts. Let us know if you need to see modifications of anything. Tell your friends about the workouts. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Show us some love. Coming up on the end here. 25 seconds, and then you have finished your first 15-minute workout of the series that we're doing. So, excellent. Exercise, workout 1, week 5, almost in the books. 10 seconds to go. Keep it up. You're doing great. You're doing great. And time. Very good, y'all. We're proud of you. Thank you.
I survived.
You did. I never had a doubt. Thank y'all.